first, maybe the third episode or something. It was pretty funny. You don't remember
We're
that?
live.
We are live. Well, welcome.
All
we
right,
are
then
Dances
we're
with
talking about
Kobolds.
Good evening. Okay, quiet, everybody.
Yeah.
Game faces. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Dances with Kobolds Tomb of Annihilation. My name is Patrick. I will be the Dungeon Master for tonight. Joining me are...
Hello, I am Lorne. I am playing Baka, the Nature Turtle Cleric. Or some order of their own words.
But Lorne is first. I'm Andy playing Thorn, Tabaxi Warlock Paladin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris. I am playing Hollis, the rock and roll rock gnome and potential Medusa seducer. We'll find out how that goes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ian, and I'll be playing Zalcor, the Medusa. Just kidding. I'll be playing Winthrop Q. Rutherford, Explorer Extraordinaire, and Gloomstalker Rogue. Ranger. Bleh.
I'm Stephanie, and I will be playing Beatrix Caspian Rutherford, wife of Winthrop, and Cavalier Sentinel Warrior Extraordinaire.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nabil. I'll be playing Olo, Turtle, Monk, mastering the way of the Drunken Fist.
And I am Brendan. I'll be playing Valance, the half-elven sorceress.
Last episode, while exploring the Hanging Garden of Nangalore, our heroes destroyed a shambling mound which had battered and engulfed Winthrop, and then explored the terraces. Thorn found a chewinga in a flower and was granted a charm of restoration. Baka found some wild roots which came in handy in restoring a poisoned Olo later in the day. Olo had been poisoned from breathing in the pollen and spores of the soporific plants you found in the walled garden areas, from which Baka collected 3 pounds of leaves and herbs. You inspected the ruined palace and found an 18-foot-tall statue of a Chultan warrior, a smaller lifelike statue reaching for a clay urn at the feet of the warrior as well. Baka opened the urn and saw that it was full of ashes, just as his fellow party members exclaimed, "Do not disturb it." Fears of a basilisk or Medusa attacking faded in the ferocious heat and the silence.
Oh no, they haven't faded.
Throughout the gardens are phrases which seem to tell the story of love, betrayal, and or forgiveness and repentance by Zalcore, a great beauty and queen to whom the garden has been dedicated, and someone that, as far as you can tell, the name is Thurutea. In the fountain next to the palace, you found a shattered statue, and the water was littered with stone fish and turtles. An empty dome filled with litter provided some treasure, and a shaken tree provided a beating to Walker Bow as a Gurellan zombie leapt upon her from the branches. You guys left a 7-legged spider alone once you burned its web, and the final intact dome was approached. While deciding which doors to enter and negotiating a strategy, the doors opened, and an 8-foot-tall bird, an Ebli, opened the doors and bowed and swept its arm forward, inviting you in. Inside, you can see that it is a single large chamber inside the dome, and it is obviously or was a royal apartment centuries ago. Now the bright floral murals are dim and gray, bits of colored glass are heaped beneath a cracked mosaic, enameled wooden tables are split and tilting, and every bit of cloth is frayed and streaked. Surrounding the room, you can see large crates and tables and things that have been stacked against the walls. And in the center of the room, a long divan stands atop a circular dais. Reclining on the divan is a woman dressed in flowing robe made from parrot feathers in stunning colors. Despite the heat, her arms, head, and face are covered in feathery veils. Next to her, a black orchid grows out of a large clay pot at the head of the divan. She addresses you in a voice tinged with odd inflections. "Strangers have come to Nangalore, my love. What boon do our subjects beseech?"
This is where everyone turns to Hollis, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
This is also where I walk over, place a hand on your shoulder, and quietly give you guidance.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right.
Just start with the word "whereas."
Whereas, Olo can sit and drink in the corner. That's fine. Hollis will straighten his tie, of course, and summoning the most flowery of speech that he could possibly muster. Guess I'll have to be there. He will say, great and powerful and wondrous Queen Zalcore. We have come to feast our eyes upon your wondrous garden, and if I may be so bold, to view catch the merest glimpse of the reputedly the queen who is said to possess a beauty that is second to none in all the land.
Well, I am sorry to disappoint you, but I only desire to show my face to my beloved Thurutea. Isn't that right, my love? And I will say, I hear the endless murmur of every blade of grass or leaf that shivers in the breeze in my garden. So I know you helped yourselves to a few of my flowers. You did more than come here to look. Hmm?
Clearly, clearly we, to tell you the truth, oh, great and wise Queen Zalcore, we were merely looking for the simplest and smallest of plants in this garden. We figured that such a trifle would, of course, be beneath even bothering beneath your notice. However, we were certainly planning on paying our respects, of course.
Your words are but dust from 7 worlds colliding. What fool's quest brought you to my garden?
Well, we simply, and again, this is the as far as we know, and who are we to make such judgments? But as far as we were aware, and I apologize if this was an error, we were merely looking for a simple black orchid to bring to one who was interested in its various properties.
A botanist.
It's for the bird people, isn't it? This is the only one I currently have, and she points to the one at the head of the divan. What could possibly be in your pockets that my love and I may be willing to part with this?
Out of character moment.
That's a good question.
The map.
Do you need to be saved?
I got this. Have you heard of the great explorer, magnet of our time, Volo? For I have his newest and latest book, signed, first edition.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Keeping my fingers crossed.
How good are you with persuasion?
Can't remember.
Oh, good.
He has a noble background. He's got proficiency in it.
Yeah, but I didn't take it.
Wait, what?
Can I assist him in this?
Nope. He stepped forward and talked about it.
Pity.
Good luck.
Oh, here we go.
I've got a backup. I don't want to use it, but I do.
Yeah, same.
I don't want to click it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that could be worse.
Better than a 9.
It wasn't under a 10.
She laughs and It ranges from a soft chuckle into a slightly more high-pitched thing, and she says, "Words mean nothing to me out here. Do you have any real art or jewelry that's actually worth anything that might be beautiful enough for me?"
Oh, well, that's a very reasonable question.
That is a reasonable question. I'm just looking.
Oh, wait.
The map.
What about my sketch of the Zentarum?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or the map.
We already tried the map, didn't we?
No, we didn't try the map. We tried Volo's.
And we're
Now-
not giving her the map.
Well,
Now-
I'm not saying give her. You can make a copy of it.
The only one who is amused by a map or anything like that is that bag-headed lady. She's laughing at you, isn't she, my darling? I want something of beauty. Perhaps this little gnome here, or the feline. If you don't have any jewels, I could take one of them as a slave. They're very pretty.
We have found. I'll look through my bag and I'll say, but Queen Zalcore, have you ever seen such a fine? And I will pull out the ornate headdress that we found in the last session. Such a fine feathered headdress as this.
She looks at it and says, "I have my own headdress that I can never take off.
I will speak up.
Averting eyes.
It's
I don't
worth,
need another one.
it's worth 200.
Are you
Art-
making fun of me?"
Certainly
Make
not.
Art
fun of
comes
yourself?
in many forms.
Certainly not. This is a fine piece of work. I was not aware that that this would cause you great offense, and I apologize. However,
9 gods once laughed, but those trickster gods were tricked themselves, and now they whine for freedom, don't they, love?
I look around. Is there anything responding to her when she says that?
Give me a perception check or an investigation check.
Which one of these two? 1, 4. Nope. I see nothing.
Nothing. She seems to be talking to a spot in the air, but you see nothing responding to her.
I will speak up and I will say, art comes in many forms. Would there be any other form of art besides a painting? Perhaps a tune, a magical, a wonderful, enchanting performance by our dear bard here.
I want something that will be more lasting.
Well,
Do you not have any gems? Do you not have anything that I may look upon and enjoy its beauty?
Do we
Oh,
have any gems?
gems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait. Out of character. Does anyone have a mirror?
Out of
No,
character.
maybe
no, I
Winthrop does,
don't.
but no.
Let's
No.
see.
Since
Don't
she
put us through.
has her face covered,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
wouldn't be
found.
strategic.
Hollis is gonna reach down into his into his bag, and he's gonna pull out. I believe we found 3 10 gold piece gems last, not last session, but like a few sessions ago. At least that's what I
sold them all.
remember.
Give me somebody can give me an insight check if they'd like.
We have a gem of brightness.
Oh, inside I can
try,
do.
I will try insight.
I
too.
will. I'm going to use
There
favorite by
we
the
go.
gods.
Winthrop,
Oh, wow.
Never mind.
you would think she is talking about something that's probably worth around 500 gold in value.
I'll,
You look around this, you understand a little bit about some of the royal history and nobility, and you think that that's the kind of thing she's after rather than some 10 gold gems.
So he said 500?
500. Do we have anything? Like, is a gem
We-
of brightness?
I think you traded or sold them to the Ebly on the river.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You do have the gem of brightness. She
That's
did
worth
make
something.
you another offer.
We could trade Deepwalker.
No.
Tara comes back and we've traded her to a Medusa.
We've got a no. Well, we don't have a shiny mall anymore, but
Nobody can teleport here, can they?
nope. However,
Nope.
I do
I don't
have,
say aloud.
The shell. We
if
could
it,
grab the shell and come back.
We'd have to track
That's not
down the shell.
artwork.
Well, isn't it artwork in
why?
of itself?
She raises a hand and just says, "Why don't we have a little food and drink?" And she looks at Valanth and Hollis and Thorn and just says, "Really, one of you three are really rather beautiful in your own ways, and I would make you more than happy as one of my servants." And she snaps her fingers, and one of these large birds wheels in
Oh, more than one.
a cart that is laden with wine and glasses and just some beautiful fruits.
How is it
and
pushing the cart?
it kneels down and it pushes using its beak, but it's very dexterous. They are more than able to use tools and weapons and things like that if they choose to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, wasn't planning.
And the bird, pours wine into each of the glasses, and Zalcori lifts hers up and just says, "Shall we have a discussion to show me what else you have to offer?"
Well, I've got something to offer. She's not gonna like it.
What do you have to offer her?
Okay. And Hollis will take one of the goblets of wine and appreciatively take in the aroma while also attempting to smell for the smell of bitter almonds and things like that.
And then takes off his pants.
No, I said not like.
I would like to roll insight on whether I would think she would poison us. She does want several of us as slaves.
Yeah.
I don't think she would poison us.
Servants.
I mean, she did say that she finds some of the guys here very attractive, and I'm being left out, so...
I'm assuming it's the people with high charisma.
It
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
the people with the 3 highest charismas. You don't get the sense. I mean, she's more than obviously, drinking with you, and she's already sort of reached out and plucked a couple of the fruits and popped them in her mouth. So
Okay.
it doesn't appear that, she's poisoning you guys. She genuinely thinks you guys, don't seem to have much to offer, and she has made clear that one of those 3 very attractive people, would be on the offer if you guys don't have any other sort of art or jewelry or gems or anything.
I don't.
What
think we do.
about a debt? We are on a fairly important mission, fate of the world sort of
Caliber.
mission. And we really don't have time to go looking around for things to pay you. We don't intend to, go back on any sort of. We don't intend to shortchange you in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
But it is very important that we get this orchid,
Or we
not
could-
not for ourselves, but for the world.
What is this mission you are on? Why does this interest me? And she cheers everybody. Do you all drink
yes.
with her? Do you eat?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
cheers.
I will be the
Good
last
enough for
one to drink.
Winthrop.
I'll lift it up to my mouth, but I won't actually imbibe.
Hollis
I
will
will
take
drink.
a very small sip.
All right. All of you who drank some, please make me a Constitution save.
All right.
God damn it.
Again.
That's what I figured.
Olo is a
Yeah.
bit thirsty. He's willing to risk being.
Now,
Oh, is already
Hang on.
done.
hold on.
Before you
I
tell us if that succeeds or not.
apparently had a guidance.
That's
That
not
doesn't
on
work on
saving throws.
saves.
It's on
Woo!
ability
16.
checks.
I think I just saved.
Hey,
Did I
Olo
fail
risked
with
it.
that 13?
Olo risked it.
Now, I did take a very small sip.
You are very small.
Of course,
Does a
Um,
12 fail?
I don't need this kind of negativity from you.
All right, yes. As you, even with the smallest of sips, you guys
Shit.
can all, everyone who rolled under a 15,
Okay, I'm gonna
you
I'm gonna
Just
feel,
say
made it.
hang on. You guys feel, as soon as you drink this, you just start to feel a little bit woozy and dizzy, and you are all right now with the poisoned condition. And at this, Zalcore says, your mission was it unimportant enough for you to come and look at and disturb my love's grave and ashes, so I don't really care about any other time you have. Your time ends here. And I'd like all of you to roll initiative.
Ah, shit!
if you're poisoned, you have disadvantage on the initiative roll.
I
Um,
had one thing I was gonna. Ah, all right.
Yeah, I used favored by the gods, so I did not get poisoned.
Okay.
I had a thing for this. Okay.
Okay,
I
hang
still
on.
have a
Let
thing for
me
this.
Holy shit! With the
Let me
with
pick
disadvantage, I rolled the exact same thing.
Cure wounds.
Where
and
is my initiative?
forgot to click my token. Well, that's a fun.
I don't think I have anything to help you guys out. Poison spray probably wouldn't help. I don't think cure wounds does either. You need a restoration, I assume.
Okay, I've set my initiative to the lowest of the two.
They need to get used to drinking these things. They keep passing out and getting poisoned. Iron stomach, that's what
Just
you
so you
need.
know, you guys all have
Oh, Iron Guts
disadvantage
Winthrop.
We all have what?
You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have drank. I had a thing. Oh well. I'll get the next one.
So the poison. So Valanth, you're not poisoned.
No, I rolled a 18 after
Favor the
favored
god.
by the gods.
I didn't inhale.
Okay, so it is Baka and Hollis who are poisoned then.
That small sip is gonna kill you, Hollis.
Listen, as the man said, live fast, die young, and leave a good-looking corpse.
Unfortunately, you don't have any three of those.
And Olo, you drink this, and you actually find the taste wasn't terrible, but you shake off the poison as you feel it seeping through your system, and you are up.
You've had better.
I mean, I've had better poisons. I mean, come on, what is she even trying to do? Give me laxatives? I mean, come on, try a little bit harder, lady.
Yeah, you already have the drunk shits.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I had that this morning. Okay, never mind. I'm good. Okay, so where is Hollis on the screen?
Uh,
Okay, I see you now.
am
Sorry,
right there.
you're under Big. I
did-
see you. You're under Big Bird.
Yes.
All right.
Quick question though, Patrick. Did she take a drink?
She sure did.
Probably immune to poison.
She could be immune to poison, or the poison could have simply been in the goblets.
Or maybe she's always in
She
the
is a
poison.
snake person.
Or she's no, she's not a snake person. She's something that incorporates snakes and is also horrifying. But yes, Olo, please do your thing.
Person snake then?
We got baby cat on the camera. Say hi, Heidi.
Yay!
Hi, Heidi.
Hello, Heidi. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna squeeze myself through to Hollis, standing in front of him. Just make sure he doesn't take as much damage as he should. And I'm gonna go into dodge mode over here.
I've got 38 hit points.
I've got 37, and I've got a higher dodge skills.
Zalcore stands up, removes her veil, and so her full face and head of
Looking down.
snakes is exposed, and she will move over to here. And Olo, since you moved in, she will still attack, but she will have disadvantage on her attacks.
Cool. I just pretty much look at her and go, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Bite me?"
Don't look at her.
She, from beside the divan, she has pulled a short sword, so she takes a couple of quick swings at you with that first.
Cool.
And even, she seems to be, quite dazed and out of it, and she just sort of swings wildly with the first one. The second one bounces harmlessly off your shell, and then she leans towards you, and her snakes come and go to bite you.
Snakes? Who said anything about snakes?
She's a
And
Medusa.
you are able to dodge and weave out of the way, so all 3 miss.
That's some scary poison damage.
Why does it have to be
Neither,
snakes?
neither.
And with that, Baka, you are up, and you are poisoned.
Yes, but that's not going to affect what I'm going to do, because what I'm going to do is first double check the effects of the spell. Okay, good. All right, so we are going to hit Olo, Thorn, and Beatrix with a bless.
All right.
Woohoo!
Hashtag blessed.
Yep. And
I have a bless too, which I could fill out the remainder if that's. If we think that's-
for now, it's fine. Did we say it was okay for me to shillelagh after this?
Nope.
Did you cast shillelagh to bonus action? Because I forget.
I thought it was
It's a cantrip bonus action, so rules
Yeah.
are written, you can cast it. You just can't attack with it
Yeah,
because you use
okay.
your action.
Yeah. So
Now,
I'm also
you-
going to shillelagh my staff. I'm
You also-
avoiding my gaze as well for this whole
Okay, so
period.
you look down. Great.
Yeah, I said I was looking down before because I knew she was a stupid Medusa, or at least highly suspected. So I was going to be doing this, So yeah, I'm looking
too.
away. I have my staff gone magical, and that's my turn for now. So I bless the 3 melee fighters.
So the idea is we look down, but we get a D4 to our disadvantage attack.
So sorry,
Exactly.
it was Beatrix, Thorn, and Olo.
Yeah, Beatrix, Thorn, and Olo, because they're melee attackers,
All right.
or at least
I'll
potentially
just,
melee
add,
attackers.
I'll just add a small symbol over my head, just to indicate.
I just did. You guys have.
you got lightning bolts.
Yeah, you got lightning bolts. Thorn, you are up.
Okay, I think I can do the same thing, or I'll try the same thing. So looking down, I think I can move over to here and make an attack with disadvantage, but with a D4, right?
Kind of
Yes.
makes the whole poison thing moot.
I guess, yeah.
Ability checks.
That is the problem with 5th edition. You pile on the advantages, but it's just advantage. You pile on the disadvantages, but it's just disadvantage.
Well,
And it can all be negated by one disadvantage or advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ho
Almost.
That hits. Roll your damage.
All right, I won't add the D4. So the damage, and then I might as well do my my divine smite. 2d8. Oops. Sorry.
The divine spite sounds like a cell phone ringing.
Yeah.
The chimes of the gods.
Sorry, let's see. I gotta bring my spells. Make sure I have a spell slot. Sorry, just a second.
Andy.
Sorry, now I have to tell my wife I'm playing. Okay, so to that I'm adding 2d8.
If only you had critted.
If only we were on speaker and we could scream, "He's having an affair!"
No.
All right. Thorn moves through the crowd, keeping his head down. He still steps forward and stabs, and you connect. And as your smite goes off, you can actually see a shower of white sparks sort of flies from the target where you hit, and sparks outwards as well.
Excellent.
Beatrix.
Okay, my head is down. I presume I'm still at disadvantage because I'm not looking at her face.
Yes.
One sec. Ah, crap. Accidentally hit the back button and roll 20. I will be back in like 1 minute.
You gotta disable that button.
I gotta disable the button.
No, just do what I do. Just bookmark Roll20 /editor and just open it in a new tab.
Or just right click on it when you're opening
too.
the game and just say open in a new tab. That way it
Or
won't go
control
back.
click on it.
That works
If
too.
you're elite hacksaw.
Yeah, that happens all the time because control is my push to talk button.
Yep. Now it's just being a little slow. There we go. Of course. Anyway. I will hit at her with disadvantage. Of course it's being slow as molasses right now. Do I
Plus a
hit?
D4. Plus a D4. You're blessed.
You are blessed.
Does a 15 work?
You keep your head down and you swing, and you do feel yourself make contact. Roll your damage.
Yay! Oh, 13.
Yeah, you feel, you hit something solid, and you actually hear a hiss from her as you hit her. So you definitely feel like you made contact and hit her. And swinging
Yay!
back, you do it again.
Wow, we're doing
Stab.
pretty well, given that we can't look at her.
All right, and she is marked, so she has disadvantage on any attack. That ain't me. Cavalier powers
right.
activate.
Ain't. Let's do it.
And at that, stepping seemingly out of these large crates that are in the back of the room, you can see that they have walked through them as if they were illusions that they were standing behind or kneeling behind.
Birds.
Why do I feel like I'm in a Hitchcock film?
Oh my god!
There's just more of them.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, what's the actress's
And
name?
so, Tippy Hedron, 3 of them
I feel like Tippy Hedron.
move in, and as they move in, the one that opened the door, you can hear it squawk something. The rest of them, and through the bottom doors come another 2.
They've had
They're so damn
spies
big.
this whole time.
And those 2 through 6 all start to blur and shimmer, so you're having a harder time. Actually, no, the first ones all seem to blur and shimmer. The last one that came through the door, instead, as you guys even have your heads down, you see this beam of light just fire and ricochet and dance and catch all your attentions.
A beam of light
And-
from who?
From the last one who walked through the door. And
That one? Okay.
so everybody
Oh my God.
who's in that space, you
That's us, yes.
feel like you're starting to be hypnotized. I need everyone to give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh, good.
Oh, no.
I have advantage against these.
Oh, I think I do too, right? With Bless?
No, you just
No.
get
No, Bless
Oh,
gives
that's
you a
attack,
D4
right?
on it.
No,
But you
rock
get-
gnomes have advantage against that.
Not advantage,
Yeah.
I think it's D4. Sorry.
You
So-
still have a 10
Oh,
with
no!
advantage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got a 6 total.
This might be the end, folks.
Why did you roll the D4?
I did just to see if I got the full 4. Maybe 8 was
Wait, I
good
get to roll
enough.
D4, don't I?
Yeah, roll
Oh.
a D4, baby. Ah,
No,
you
I
might
get
have
to
made it.
11.
I see we have a lot of viewers today. Sorry, this is our last session.
No, it isn't. We're gonna survive. For real.
Well, I might.
Oh, are you gonna run for it
so-
and find your new wife?
Hollis,
No, Ian and I are going to run away together.
No,
And
you
then-
don't.
And then get a
No.
new wife.
Hang on. Hollis, Thorn, Beatrix. Buck makes it.
Well,
You
don't
guys
forget-
are all absolutely entranced by this hypnotic pattern that has come. You are all incapacitated.
Oh.
Even though I was looking
your
at the
speed-
ground?
Yes, because
Oh.
it's a hypnotic pattern that flares throughout a 30-foot square, so you see it even if you're looking down. You have a speed of 0, and you three are currently incapacitated.
Who are the three again? You said pretty much everyone, right? Or,
Nope, Beatrix, Hollis, and Thorn.
okay.
So let me...
Out of concentration.
And with that, the one that came through the door will step out.
It's just going to step out?
Bye.
Oh!
It's
He's
gonna
gonna
run
walk
away.
from me.
Nice.
No.
Does that
no,
mean
no.
I should go after
I
him?
get to attack him. He walked.
Yeah.
You get an attack of opportunity.
Do I?
16 to hit.
Where? Oh, I don't have my rapier set up. I have it in my inventory, but I don't have it set up.
Or I can't attack anything.
What is my?
That is a hit.
Okay, +5.
And he makes his concentration save as he disappears.
17.
Do I?
Rolled a
16 hit,
19.
so yeah.
I forget.
No,
what
17.
17 to hit. 16 hit, so that hits.
Okay, cool.
Is Thorn so incapacitated that he doesn't get a?
Oh yeah, that's what incapacitated means.
Okay.
Another 14 damage. Whoa, I rolled really
14.
well.
Nice roll.
That is awesome, yeah.
And yep, still makes the save though.
Damn.
You hear him sort of squawking as he is leaving though, and it
How
sounds
hurt
like
does he
he's
look?
in pain.
Okay.
Not great, but not terrible by any stretch either.
I
Actually,
go
no, I'll
after him
say
or
he's
the
bloodied.
Medusa?
He's bloodied. He took 25. He's bloodied.
All
Go
right.
after him because he took out half the party.
Oh, don't worry.
And
Someone's about to eat a twinned
Winthrop, you are up.
guiding bolt.
Okay, so you got him? Because I can go for Zalcor. Actually, can I bird from here? Let me get my measuring tool.
He tie-breaked me, damn it.
So he's outside. The doors are closed.
I thought they shot him or hit him as he was running away. Oh, okay. I guess I closed the door anyway.
You can run over there.
And are you keeping
Yeah.
your eyes down to the ground?
I am. I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna probably get attacked by this guy, but I'll open up the door and shoot Bumblefuck.
Do we get disadvantage on attack rolls, period, when we're looking down, or just against?
Yeah.
Oh, and I
period,
can look
you-
up now, right? Because Medusa is behind me, so I can look up.
Yeah, you can look up and you can fire. So
No, they all have stone base.
Ooh.
Nice.
that is a hit. Roll your damage.
No, I guess we'll do a hunter's mark on him.
Okay.
Is that enough to take him down?
It is not enough to take him down. He is still limping away, and he made his save. So he's still on his feet, but you do have another arrow.
I have because this is our first attack.
Yep.
Wait,
See,
well, okay, here's
one.
a question. Because you get to fire a second arrow at that, does it get the crit damage?
No, 'cause
No,
it's a separate
each-
attack roll.
Okay.
And the second one's a straight D8, then I get my second attack.
Yep.
So another 5.
And with that, you see it stagger and stumble as your arrow hits it in the back, and it falls.
Good eating.
No more concentration.
Thorn's
And,
getting
Concentration.
move
right.
Hunter's Mark to this one next to me, and I'll finish off with my last attack.
Kentucky Fried Ibis. Let's do it.
Yeah, Thorn's getting hungry with all this bird going down.
Which
I
one
got-
did you attack?
The one in front of me.
Wait a minute.
So you're within. Oh, you have sharpshooter, so you don't have disadvantage.
That's crossbow
no, it's
expert.
crossbow expert, but he would have had disadvantage of being
No,
in.
that's also sharpshooter.
No, sharpshooter's double range, or not disadvantage for long range shots.
Yeah.
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 Also,
The other
you could
the other
roll-
one would have been more than 5 feet away because I just left it there on the map because it was outside.
Well,
Yeah,
he
there
only
was
has
a
one
disadvantage.
bonus action, so he could only put Hunter's Mark on one
You're
target.
killing us, Lord.
I
Oh,
can't help
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So
Well, that's
even
fair
with
enough.
disadvantage, your 19 does hit.
So 8 straight.
Who's better to get to?
Oh, I might as well
Right.
take the attack now, and I'll step back behind Bacher because I still have some movement. I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Oh.
Ow!
You take 5 piercing damage.
Oh, that's not so bad.
And with that, Valanth, you are up.
All right,
I thought it was my turn.
I am going to target.
Yeah.
Oh,
shoot,
you're right.
Paul's
Sorry,
got-
it's Paul.
Yeah.
You were on me when you
Yeah.
were on Winthrop. You skipped one.
I
head.
do that a lot.
Okay, so the Eblisses, they're not holding anything. It's just them being dicks with their beaks.
Yes, and those ones are all currently blurred and shaky, so you're not quite sure where they are actually.
Hmm.
Maybe we don't worry about them.
Maybe we don't worry about them. Maybe we do.
Good thinking.
I don't
Cover
have
all
a
our
lot of,
bases.
yeah. I don't have a lot of like area of effect spells. All of my spells are like really low DC, like wisdom saves, which is really unfortunate because Alcor is just gonna like blow through those. But the best option I got, I'm going to keep my eyes down, look towards Alcore's feet, just so that I know who I'm targeting here, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at level 3.
On her toes.
Basically, yes.
Your toes are ugly.
That
Toes
is a
start. Yeah, that's right.
shiny-
She got
steady
that
roll.
grandma feet
Yeah,
thing going.
Toenail fungus. Yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
With a natural 20 roll, she laughs at your dissonant whispers and just says, I keep myself in a constant state of drugged abandon so I can see my love whenever I need to. Your words barely penetrate.
Well, they still penetrate for 5 psychic damage.
Yeah, and she doesn't even seem to notice that.
That's not great. Okay, so
Psychically, she's not all there.
yeah, I figured as much if she was talking to like the corner of the wall. Maybe she sees her lover's ghost. Who knows? Yeah, but that's it for me, I think.
All right. Valanth.
All right. This is never going to work. In a similar vein to Hollis, I'm going to look at her feet. I'm going to look down, look at her feet.
You get a lot of attention, I bet.
Mind you, I don't actually have to target that spell. You do.
We got
No,
Joss
it's a
and
save.
Quentin Tarantino
Okay.
over here.
Oh God, is she Uma Thurman?
I'm going to cast Suggestion. And I'm going to suggest that she
Now,
run
if
away.
you have to look at her for suggestion, you have
It's
to look
one
at her.
that has to see.
Yeah, so you actually have to look at her to do that.
Maybe it's worth it.
Because it's not looking at her feet. You have to physically look away.
It's my con score. I won't do that then. I will. I will look at these two,
And they are blurry right now.
and I will suggest to them. I'm going to use twin spell suggestion. Spend 2 sorcery points. You
Ooh.
two should fly the coop.
Bird pun.
What's your DC?
15.
Find their coop.
And is this a charisma or wisdom?
So wisdom, I believe. Let me double check.
Are those real dice I'm hearing, or is that just an audio effect?
Real dice.
Real dice.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Dum, dum, dum.
With that, this one looks around, and you can see him just eyeing the door immediately.
The other one.
And Hall's like, go, get out of here.
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
Alright.
Anything else?
No, that'll be my turn.
Olo, top of the round.
We made it around.
You're not dead yet.
Yay.
I mean, Olo, where is she looking exactly right now?
Right now, she's facing towards you because she had she had been fighting with you.
Okay, so
Keep punching.
keep punching. I've been dodging very successfully. I don't want to break that luck. Okay,
You
following
can dodge.
pretty much
It's a
everyone.
bonus action.
You're a monk.
Oh, I could do that.
It costs a key
Are-
point, but you can do it.
So I was thinking, like, let's bring the pain to her. She's trying to bring the pain to us. Let's just bring it to her. I'm gonna grapple her while looking at her feet.
I'm going to say to grapple her, you've got to give me a Constitution save because you've got to know where she is and actually look towards her to grapple her.
Constitution save, no problem. I got a D4 plus. Okay.
No problem.
12.
Oh.
12, frick. Yeah, 6. There you go.
You steel yourself, you turn to reach and grab her, and as you do, you make eye contact with her, and everything in your system just slows down, and you can feel yourself starting to, just all your muscles starting to tense up and harden. You are currently starting to petrify.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I always wanted to go out stoned.
You got one more save to make against it. With that, Zalcori will turn to Beatrix, who has slashed her twice. And
My eyes are still down.
Yeah, but she knows you hit her with the sword because, all she needs to do is look and see your sword dripping with her blood.
Okay, sure.
And so she is going to swing her short sword at you twice.
Yeah. Okay.
And the second one is going to make contact. So you take 3 piercing. And then she is going to let her snakes make an attack on you as well. So they snap off her head and try and bite you.
Why did it have to be snakes?
But you are quickly able to step back from the divan and you avoid them completely. And a couple of them actually bite each other.
Yay!
And with that, it is Baka's turn.
All right. So, bonus action, I'm going to create a hammer with 2 shells on the end as a spiritual weapon.
That's awesome.
Bang, bang.
Well, before I just kept hitting it with shells. So this time it's, a hammer shell.
Oh!
Now, here's the question. Was that with disadvantage?
Yes.
Because it's a melee spell
you're
attack?
poisoned.
Okay, so it's still 12 damage.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So max damage on that. That wasn't that bad. And then as I switch over to the arrow tool, we're still avoiding gaze, of course, moving up to here. And we're going to try and smack her. once I find the right page. Boom.
That
So
is
17
a hit.
to hit for 10 damage.
Yeah, that is a hit. You can actually hear something kind of crack in her shoulder as you strike her with your staff, and she cries out in pain and cries out, Thrutea, my love, I need you to come aid me. And as she says this, you guys can all see starting to surround her, and then standing up behind her appears this
Uh-oh.
10-foot ghostly presence with a gigantic spear in one of its hands. And this form starts to slowly take place behind her, and you can see it, turning its head and staring at all of you with just this horrendous look on his face as well.
So, okay. She did this as a reaction?
Yes.
Oh my god, does she have lair actions?
Or legendary.
No, this is a specific thing that triggers when she gets to a certain number of hit points.
Oh.
In other words, we've done good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my turn.
I just lost mine.
That's because he keeps hitting twice, which
Oh.
means
I actually didn't even hit it. I just had my...
well, there is a shortcut for it, but
yeah.
So yes, Thorn's turn.
Thorn, you are up as this ghostly apparition appears behind her.
That's what I'm doing at casting at second level. So I have 10 temporary hit points, and hits against me deal 10 cold damage.
All right. Any movement? Any bonus action?
I'm lacking it right here.
Okay. Beatrix.
All right, I'm still looking at the ground, and I'm going to attack Zalcore. Yay!
Nice.
Okay, I have a D4 still.
And as you strike her with your longsword,
Okay.
this ghostly creature behind you unerringly stabs out with its spear and deals 15 force damage to you.
Oh, God.
What?
The force is strong with her.
Oh my
That's
god.
it.
14?
15 force damage.
Okay.
Take the orchid and run.
5, 6.
Where is the orchid right now?
The orchid was at the head of the divan, so it's basically beside that Eebly right there.
Can I change my second attack to just attack that Eebly?
Yes.
Okay.
Grab the orchid.
All right, so 10 to him. Yeah, that's my plan, is just do that, grab the orchid, get the fuck out.
All right. So you've made your 2 attacks. You reach for the orchid, and your hand goes right through it.
God damn it.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh my god.
Actually, you don't even need to do that because your hand goes right through it.
Was that one of the ones that are still shimmering?
The Eebly, yes.
So it's not even there. Shit.
Well, so you get the sense that, I mean, there were illusions set up that the Eeblies were hiding behind as well. So, you'd have to give me an investigation check to disbelieve it, and you might have a chance of spotting it, you would think, on your next turn.
All right, sure.
We'll have to toss the room.
It is the Eebly's turn.
Does a 13 work?
You'll have to do it on your next turn.
Oh, sorry.
And the Eeblies are going to go. This one, who was shimmering, stops. The blurring stops, and he heads toward the door. And as he does that, another one of these colorful bursts explodes throughout the room around you guys. So
as he's doing that, I'm going to get a shot off at him.
Yeah.
You don't get attacks opportunity for forced movement.
Wait,
No, he walked.
he just walked.
No,
He's
because it was
walking-
suggestion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not Dissonant Whispers or one of the others. So no,
Oh, that's why he's moving.
he's leaving because of the suggestion.
Right.
But he's also going to cast another hypnotic pattern as he leaves
All right, here we go.
because he can. So everybody, make me another Wisdom save, please.
Oh boy.
I think I still get that bless effect, right? Oh, wow.
Yes.
I have not taken damage yet, so yes.
All right. 20.
I see all. I know all.
Wow, 2 crits.
Oh boy, don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. That's 16.
Yeah, you guys.
Don't forget- yeah.
I got a 15.
You guys ready for it this time are all able to close your eyes and keep yourself from getting hypnotized by the pattern.
Stupid pattern.
Stupid sexy pattern.
And
Great, we only
so,
have 4 of these murder birds to deal with.
the Eebly at the top left is going to attack Hollis.
Hey!
We also have this monstrous specter attacking us.
And both of those hit, so you take 10 piercing damage in total.
Ouch,
All right.
15.
How low is your AC?
This one is going to
13. I'm a bard.
Oh,
come down and
Country
going
ball.
to attack Olo with advantage because you are currently
stoned.
pretty much.
Wait, a 16 wasn't
Oh.
enough?
Nah, 17 is my. Oh, it's with the.
So he
so-
critically hits you with his first beak attack as you cannot move,
Oh my god.
and a 23. So you take
a lot.
total of 19 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of
That's
damage,
all?
thankfully. That is. And Beatrix, this one above you, is going to make a couple of beak attacks at you.
Bring it.
Yeah, neither one of them come close to getting through your armor. And this last one beside Baka is going to go after him. And you are able to bat both of them aside easily with your shield. Winthrop.
Okay, good thing I was first in the class for trick shooting back at school, and I'm going to be looking down. Going to move Hunter's Mark to Zalcor.
Do you need to see when you move Hunter's Mark?
Oh, that's a good question.
The thing has to
Yes.
die for you to move Hunter's Mark as well.
The
Yeah.
last thing died, so I guess do I have to recast it?
No, you don't have to recast it.
The thing it's cast on is flying away right now.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I didn't move it, right? Because I had already
yeah,
used a bonus action.
That is right, yeah. So you
So I can move it
this-
now, right?
Yes, now do you need to see what you're moving it to is the question.
Anyone got a player's guide on them?
I got it. Hang on.
A target
got
you
it.
can see.
You can look at the feet. Feet is
Can't look
seeing.
at
Yeah.
it.
What about the crotch?
I mean, why are you looking at bird crotch? But okay.
Because isn't the head the part that at the part that turns into stone? So I could totally look at the boobs.
Don't lie. You were looking at the boobs anyway.
That's like seeing the target, right?
Yeah, but if you're looking towards her, it's like she can force you to look at her eyes. She's basically saying, "My eyes are up here, sir."
Yeah, that doesn't work on Winthrop. Winthrop has immunity.
I've made my choice.
Okay, I won't use it. I'll just fire.
You can look at her boobs after she's dead.
You can move it to one of the other birds if you want.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'll move it to the one behind Baka, and yes, also I will echo the ooh.
Beatrix got a little bit morbid over there, but that's fun.
So you can
More
attack Sarkori
sardonic.
with disadvantage.
So that's okay. 4 damage.
That is a hit. And yeah, you're within 15
12.
feet. That gigantic ghostly spear reaches out over everybody and stabs you for
It doesn't have an attack.
16. No, it's a
Oh,
reaction per turn if somebody hits Zalcori. So you take 16 force damage.
Oh Jesus!
It's
I don't
got a
think we'll be
10-foot
able-
reach?
We're not going to be able to keep this up.
It's got longer than a 10-foot reach.
Oh, God.
It's 10 feet tall with a gigantic spear.
It's only got one per turn, though, if it's a reaction.
Well, it's not a reaction.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Because that second, does that second arrow I fired hit?
It does not. That one flies wide as you are stabbed with this ghostly spear.
That might be for the best. And yeah, done.
Hollis.
All right. This is not my specialty in any way, but I've been doing it thus far. I'm going to this 10-foot tall specter behind Zalcore. Do I feel that this is a like a spiritual guardian, or do I think that this is like an actual like spirit of a person?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh boy.
I would also like to roll, because I do believe I had a guidance there.
Yeah, it's been less than 10 minutes.
What is the number on that?
Actually, wait a minute. I want to double check something on guidance, because I wonder if guidance has concentration.
It does.
It does. So you no longer have it because you are blessed.
Okay. Oh,
Or sorry, you're not blessed. Someone else is blessed.
Yeah, I'm not blessed. All right, but 18, yes.
You get the sense that it is some kind of spectral creature that she has called forth. It doesn't seem to be any kind of spell.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to. Oh God, what the hell was his name?
Like the general or something?
Yeah, Urotia. I'm going to say. Just going back over my notes. I'm gonna look up at this thing, not at Zalcore, but up at this massive spirit that's towering over above her, and I'm gonna say, Uratia, you did what you had to do. You are forgiven. You may go. Does that do anything?
The task is clean.
It does not do anything. Zalcore looks to you and just says, I forgave my lover, and you do not deserve to speak his name.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uratea. I'll speak it all day long. So fuck you. And
Do you look at her when you say that?
no, I just give her the finger.
That's what the finger was invented for.
It's my proxy for looking her in the eyes and telling her fuck you. So I'm guessing that attempt to win over the husband's spirit was an action.
Yes.
Damn. Can I not even make a persuasion check there?
Sadly, no.
Ah.
It was a very good idea, but it was a futile one.
Then why would he carve "forgive me" in the back of his statue's head? Ah.
You're not the one he wanted forgiveness from.
Oh man. Okay.
Unless he's seeking forgiveness with something else entirely.
Yeah, maybe he killed his. Yeah, it's complicated.
She just told you she was the one who forgave him.
Oh man.
Cheating.
Anything else? Movement, bonus action?
Bonus actions. Yes. Bonus action. I will give a bardic inspiration to. We'll call it Olo.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
You're gonna need that for the save,
Yeah, you are.
and that's a D8.
Volanth.
I love me some
All right.
D8.
I don't want to take that damage because I don't want to lose my concentration. So I already have disadvantage from like 3 different things. So looking down doesn't really matter. I will target. I'll look down. I will target this guy and this guy with a. Oh wait, I can't guiding bolt them. Shit.
Fairy fire?
You don't have to
Why
look down
can't you
at them.
guiding bolt them?
Suggestion. Suggestion to Uratea.
Wait, no, guiding bolt's not concentration.
No, it's an attack.
I thought the after effects were concentration, but apparently not. I'm gonna twin spell guiding bolt them second
Nice.
level.
Okay, you do have disadvantage on the attack, but roll away.
Yeah, I have disadvantage from like 3 different things. It's okay.
So the main disadvantage is because they're all shimmery.
Yes.
They're shimmery. I have a creature within 5 feet of me, and
Oh,
I'm
right.
looking down.
Well, you don't have to look down. You're not looking at her.
I'm looking past her. One of them is literally past her.
Okay. Just looking straight at the bird and don't be distracted.
23.
Wow. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
you look down and you see their shadows on the floor, and you still reach out and fire this radiant burst, and you can tell by the scorching that you can see on the floor and the sparkle and the glow that surrounds them that was absolutely a clear hit. And you hear one of them screech out in serious agony, and
Squawk.
Smells like
and
roast
both
chicken.
of them stop blurring, come into focus, and
I gotta
continue
roll.
with that shimmering aura around them.
I roll a second attack. Give
Wait,
it
so
2
they-
attacks.
Yeah,
The
it
shimmer-
actually casts 2 separate spells.
That's fine.
That's still a hit.
Wow.
Presumably, yeah, the second damage as well would be different.
It suddenly smells delicious in here.
Yeah, yeah. Thorn's stomach rumbled.
But if he failed his con save on an 18, he failed it on a 10.
Yeah, they both failed their con saves,
Cool, and
rolling a 3 and a 5.
advantage on your next attacks against them. You're welcome. I have no more twin second level spells.
Anything else? Movement?
No, that'll be good.
Olo, give me a Constitution save, please.
Plus a
There we
d4,
go.
plus a d8.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, what was your first roll?
The first roll, let me do a quick scroll. It came out to 14 plus 2. It came out to
16, yeah.
16. No, it came out to 16. I didn't do that well.
No, that was
You rolled a 4. You rolled a 6.
I rolled a 6. Sorry.
you
16
rolled a
for something
6 in
else.
total. Sorry.
You have a D8. You have a D8 as well.
Sorry, with that 6, you were completely petrified in one shot because you failed it by more than 5.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That
Looks
means
like
somebody
we'll be-
else should get that bardic inspiration, though.
like we'll be
Yeah.
dragging a statue with us.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I guess it's gonna have to be. Shit, man. Sorry. I'll guess it's Beatrix.
Okay, Beatrix, you have Bardic Inspiration.
Yay!
And Zalcore will turn and continue attacking you. And manages to slip one of her short sword attacks past you for 5 piercing. And again, her snakes bite at you. But again, you are able to... Oh no, your AC is 18?
Stephanie.
My AC is 18, yes.
Yes, so the snakes do manage to hit you,
Oh,
and you
no.
take 6 piercing damage, and then as you feel the hot venom course through your blood, you take another 16 poison damage.
16 poison damage?
And 6 piercing.
Ouch. Oh!
So in
ouch.
total, you take 11 piercing and 16 poison, so 27 damage in total.
Suspect you're down.
I am completely down. I was
Alright.
1 hit point. 1 hit point before living. I'm down.
Thorn.
Yeah.
And with that, Baka,
Thank God I didn't
All
choose
right.
Meat
you
Grinder.
see Beatrix collapse at a heap at your feet.
Yeah, then I bring her right back up again. with a max roll.
Max roll.
Max
Beatrix.
roll.
You open your eyes
Maximum
and you are laying, fairly awkwardly across this very comfortable divan.
Ooh.
maybe you should be the slave.
No. Hell no.
And
She's not nearly as charismatic as me.
all right, I'm gonna go after the.
Catfight.
Should I go after the glowing Ibli?
Might be nice to take this Medusa out, but on the other hand, we're gonna get slammed by that spirit thing too.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's how the Medusa.
you know what?
kept
Yeah,
surviving.
I'm gonna attack the Medusa.
Oh, nice.
That's a
choice.
miss.
We got
It's a
more baby
miss.
cat.
Bad
I have-
choice.
Heidi.
I have disadvantage. It's a miss.
Right.
Yeah, sadly, you swing and you think you've made contact, but it just passes through her head of snakes. And
Oh no.
Head of-
Next time, go for the knees. But
Do
that
I
means
still-
I don't take damage, do I?
you do not.
Right. Do I have a
Awesome.
D?
That's my turn.
Sorry. Do I have a D4 still disadvantage, but a D4?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do the same thing against Zelcore. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that.
That is a hit. Roll your damage.
All right. Well, I might as well use my. I'll do this damage, and then I'll do. Use my last. It's risky. Sorry, using my last divine
Yes. Mine are
smite.
good.
Smite are good. Last spell slot. So 3d8. Yep. All right. Oops. Gotta get my little roll thing going. I'm not sure if it's faster to do these brackets or 3d8.
I think the brackets are
It-
faster.
It'd be faster to make a macro for each
I suppose.
one, just a click.
So 23.
23. Yeah, your rapier, even without looking, you feel it again. You feel it make contact, and you can see this dazzling white energy and light, which then sort of turns to this bluish gray as it sort of surrounds her, and you can feel her almost stagger a little bit. And then as this happens, you feel this force hit you, and you can feel the air almost escaping from your lungs as you are hit for 18 force damage by this giant ghostly spear.
All right. So it takes 10 back and cold from Armor of Agathis.
And
So-
you can feel sort of the cold fire off you, but you get the sense that it just washes right past it.
All right. So minus 18 from me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But for everybody who's even looking at her feet, you can see that they are not very steady at this moment.
Her feet are bloodied.
Beatrix, you have two glowing Ibli sort of standing over you as you are laying on this divan, and you feel your eyes open and the breath come back to your lungs.
I'm alive. Oh, kitty. I scared my kitty. Okay, should I do an investigation to see which one is real? Should I do an investigation to see which one is real?
Attack the Medusa.
Attack the Medusa.
Attack the Medusa? Alright, I'm attacking
Well,
the...
first get up, and then attack the
I'm
Medusa.
up.
It doesn't
I'm
really
up.
matter because she'll have a disadvantage regardless.
That's true. To
Good in
stay
any
on the
order
ground
she
and
wants.
poke her feet.
I'm more worried about the advantage of getting to hit her.
Yeah.
Alright, I still have a hashtag bless.
And you have a D8.
No, the bless would have gone off you when you went unconscious.
Right, shit. 16 hits?
I don't know about that.
You got a D8
Yeah,
from
it's
the bar.
Yeah, if you go
I'm the
unconscious, if she goes unconscious, I mean anything that's affecting
Oh,
her
right,
is
right.
ended.
No,
Oh.
because
All right,
I'm the
I
one who
will-
cast it.
Right, you still have concentration.
You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw, it doesn't say it goes off if they become incapacitated.
Yeah.
So, in theory, she is still blessed. Just like Olo is still blessed, he just can't do anything with it.
Blessed even in senselessness.
Yeah. Because it would have been able then to be applied to death saving throws.
Yeah, unconscious doesn't specifically say that you lose spells. All right,
Oh,
yes,
so
I
you
you
went
still do have it.
unconscious. If I went unconscious, that's a completely different thing.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Who has that charm of restoration?
Okay. Is she?
We have a cleric. It'll be fine.
Is she dead?
You know, without looking at her, you slash, and you could actually hear something hit the ground. So you think you might actually have severed something. And as you look to the ground, you can see one of her arms down past the elbow has hit the ground. So
Oh,
she
no.
is still up, but she is terribly wounded.
Whacking her again.
Oh, good. You get another wacko.
Roll your damage.
All right.
Is she
Wacko, is that what you're
down?
calling it?
Doesn't Steph take damage first?
Yes, actually, you do after that first attack.
No.
The ghostly spear comes out.
Then why was everyone telling me to attack her? I thought the ghostly spear was gone.
Because we thought you'd
And-
hit harder than that.
Oh, thanks.
You take 18 force damage and you are down before your second hit.
No.
lands.
Oh shit. 18 force damage. Right. Oh. All right.
So that-
picking me
But as
back
you
up
fall
again.
unconscious, you see part of her arm on the ground as well. So you have the
Crawling.
satisfaction of knowing you did something.
Does the arm
Awesome.
fall
Worth
towards
it.
him?
Just bring
So
me
is this-
back.
Is this specter hitting without rolls against us, or it's just hitting really high and you're rolling really high?
It hits you unerringly.
Oh God.
Ah, poop.
Yeah, it is a very specific creature to this fight.
I guess so. It's like we're on an electric platform.
Yeah, I think they did this instead of a layer action kind of a thing. So, so as you are down, Stephanie, this Eebly right above you is going to take 2 attacks.
Oh no.
One
Oh my
hits,
God.
one misses. So you take 1 death save failure.
Uh-oh.
And-
No, she takes 2.
2.
It's an auto crit.
It's an auto crit.
Also,
Ah,
it would have advantage.
all right,
Oh,
yes,
shit.
you take 2. And
Someone better
Baka,
save me right now.
I gotcha.
the one.
Sorry,
The
I
one
need a
next to you
princess.
is going to attack you.
No,
So I
you
understand
don't.
this. So, real quick, I thought an attack on a prone target is an automatic hit, but it's not an automatic crit.
It's an automatic crit, and you have advantage.
Yeah. Because I can't defend.
It's an automatic crit for a melee attack on a prone
Yeah.
creature if you hit, and you have advantage on your attack rolls. That's what the rule is.
Okay.
And so the first one hits with a 24. You take 5 piercing damage.
Wait,
don't
Ariel
even bother
has
with-
one death. Only has one. She has 2 failed. Death
Well,
saves.
because hold on, because I got hit twice, so I have 2 failed death saves.
Yes, and then the other one attacked Baka.
Oh,
Oh.
thank fuck.
Oh,
So yeah, that
okay.
one's on Baka. The 24 and the 13 are on Baka. So one hits.
Yeah.
You take
They're not
5
all-
piercing, and
Save me.
I mean, give
They're
me a
not all
concentration
technicalized,
Yeah.
save, but
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
be too much of a problem.
I've got Steph. Don't worry.
All right. Con save. Yeah, we're
There
good.
better be no
Yes.
more
Still up in
Iblies.
place.
And then these 2 up top are both going to attack Hollis.
I hope I make it through this because I can make them all go away right now.
Okay.
1 hits. You take 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the second one comes in to try and bite you as well, or beak you.
Hey.
And one of those hits,
Okay.
and you take 5 piercing damage.
Okay. Still up.
That is it for them.
For the birds. At least I'm
Good
protected
job.
from the birds by all you guys.
Shoot her.
Has it been 16 damage every time from the spear?
It's been around there every time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to because
You have-
down.
I got
You
Winston,
have
don't worry.
noticed that, I mean, by this point, actually, give me a perception check.
Okay, and I'm gonna use a luck point on that one.
At this point, you've seen him, stab a whole bunch of people. You figure his range is probably 15 feet.
So you could back up.
Yeah, so I'll back up first.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because he's behind there, right?
Yeah.
And then I am going to. I used a luck point on that, so longbow. That's still probably a miss because disadvantage, right? And also probably a miss because of disadvantage.
Those are both misses. Yes, your arrows fire wide over her head, and you could see him twirling his spear, getting ready, and you almost sense a little disappointment in his face.
Oh.
Hollis.
What do I do? Getting hit by that guy is not going to be good for my health. Not good for anybody's health, really.
Can you back up? Can you get out of range of that dude? Go onto the stairs.
Not without getting out of range of the Iblis, or out, getting into. Well, that's
They'd only get one strike at you, and then you wouldn't have to worry about that dude.
If I were to move to here, that would be out of the thing's range.
I don't know.
No, it's still 15 feet to there.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if moving to there, you get one opportunity attack from that dude.
Yeah, okay.
No,
If you went
from
outside, yeah,
Or that one too.
yeah. If you go outside, both of them will.
No, because he's still within 5
still
feet
within
of the one.
range. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still okay.
Okay, so just
Okay.
one opportunity
So you'll
attack.
take one opportunity attack if you do that.
Oh
And
God.
that hits.
All right, hit me.
That is 7 piercing damage.
That brings me down to 10.
Fine.
Okay. +6, but I'm at disadvantage. I'm not blessed or anything. Shit. Gotta hit her with Dissonant Whispers. It's wait a minute. No, I don't. She's holding a longsword.
Short sword.
Oh my god.
Well,
Wait, you have heat metal? Oh my god, you should have done that a long time ago.
Heat metal is like the best spell on the planet.
Oh my god.
I never get to use it.
Wait
ever.
What does this spell do?
Oh my god, I never get to use this spell.
Do it, do
In
it,
the
do it.
jungle, everybody has been holding like wooden spears and just like zombie strikes and stuff.
All right, you're poisoned. You're in your dazed mind. You finally think, now's my time, and you cast that spell, and you hear this searing sound, and this smell of burnt flesh sort of emanates. And as this happens, you just hear this agonizing scream, and then you hear silence as her body hits the ground and falls, and the
Thank
sword
fuck.
actually scatters and tumbles and ends up just at your feet, Hollis. And you can still see it fiery, burning red.
Jesus.
And with that, the ghostly image behind her dissipates as well.
All right. Hollis,
Shield
suddenly,
jar, throw it into the volcano.
Suddenly, I finally get to use that damn spell. Oh my god.
you'd done that
It's such a
early.
good spell too.
You would have dropped the sword earlier, and well, I'm not sure how much damage you did.
I mean,
That
yeah,
wouldn't
the
save
sword
anyone.
wasn't very much. The sword was like 3 or
Anything
4.
else for a bonus action?
Bonus action to I'll call it Valanth. You'll get the you'll get the D8.
Okay.
And as I look down at the sword, I say, "You wouldn't be able to afford my retainer.
Wait, what?
I'm a traveling musician.
So you want him
Must
as a
keep me a
slave?
retainer."
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
What? Hollis lost his
All right.
retainer? Everybody
All
look,
right.
it might be in the trash.
All right, that
Valanth.
was
I
not
will
as badass
look
as it.
At the birds, and I will say, I can save your mistress if you surrender.
Don't save the mistress.
Yeah, why are we saving the mistress?
Could have use in the
Roll me
concrete
a persuasion check.
construction industry.
Considering
Oh
how
god,
well
I
we're
lost my
doing,
character sheet.
let's just go with what he's doing.
Yeah.
And
Hang on.
Jeez, a +10 to his persuasion.
There we go.
31.
And with that, you can see they all sort of look at each other and they squawk, and then one turns to you and just says, "We'll surrender. We don't care if you bring her back to life. We'd be happy to be free of her."
Awesome!
yeah,
Let's
we can
take
do
all
that
our
too.
shit!
Yeah, we can do that too.
Oh, wait, am I alive? Did somebody make me
might- you're
alive?
unconscious.
You might ask them where the orchid is.
Hey, where's the orchid?
Can I get alive?
With that, they say, "It is just there." And the orchid that was there sort of shimmers and disappears, and you can
Yay!
see the orchid pops up on a platform little table that's in the back there.
Yay! We have the orchid!
Baka, make sure we have a Beatrix.
I got the
no,
Beatrix.
Back
Valance's
again!
turn is right now, so
I just healing word.
yeah.
Well,
I
that
got
was
muted myself.
pretty
Okay,
close.
with that, we will. I'll take you guys.
Well, just one. I have one question for Thorn. Do you
Yeah.
have 5 hit points of your lay on hands?
I have.
Why?
To heal Hulu.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let me try. Let me check. Those are. I'm still trying to figure out how to do the bookkeeping for those. Which
Remember
is
what I told you on Tuesday or Wednesday?
yeah. Right, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't recording them there yet either.
Yeah. Other users.
I think I've already used them. To be honest, I don't
You
have
need
a
to take
good-
a rest anyway.
And
So you-
lay on hands doesn't take care of petrification, but a
That's
charm
true,
of
too.
restoration does.
That's what I was saying. Who has that circlet?
Deepwalker Bow.
No, it was given to Thorn.
Oh,
Unless
sweet.
Thorn gave it away. I said that in the recap.
I mean, okay. Here's the question: is it considered a curse?
What? Medusa?
No, it's not a curse. It's a greater restoration to restore it.
Yeah, I don't have greater restoration, guys.
Oh, shit.
It's a 5th level
Yeah.
spell.
Hey, Thorn, use that Charm of Restoration on our friend here.
Circlet does.
Charm of restoration. I'm trying to. This sounds familiar, but I think I would have written it down.
I
Well,
wrote
we did get
It was
one.
in the summary.
Yeah.
I
in
wrote
the
it down.
summary, when you discovered the chewinga in the flower, it giggled and flew away, and you called
Oh,
to
that's
it,
right.
Faye.
That's
And
right.
at your feet, you found a little circlet
right.
that was a charm of restoration. It has 6 charges. It will cost 4 to cast greater restoration. It's 2 for a lesser restoration.
What
Is
a
it recharged?
coincidence that
Yeah,
does not.
does it?
little fake
Okay.
creature was distributing these in the Garden of the Medusa.
It's like the person they throw into Curse of Strahd that has a Raise
some
Dead
sort.
spell.
Right. All right. So I used 4 charges on Olo.
Olo, you are no longer stone. You slowly feel your limbs come back to life, and you feel pretty good, but you get that tingling sensation all throughout your body from like when, your foot is asleep or something like that.
Oh, pins and needles, pins and needles, pins and needles. Oh.
I will give Olo a hug.
Walk it off, big guy.
This
I
feels
thought we were going to
like
have to
my.
sell you to a fine art gallery.
This hug feels like.
No,
fine
no. If
wine.
anything, it'd be the museum.
Oh yeah, that's a fine tortoise.
Olo is fine art. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay, so I still have this Gem of Restoration with 2 charges left.
The
Yeah,
charm
it-
of restoration, yes, it has 2 charges left.
You can
Okay.
fire off 1 lesser restoration from it whenever you want.
Recorded.
Does it recharge?
No, it does not.
If you eat it and poop it out.
Then it will become poop.
And with that, you guys can look around this palace, and we'll take a quick 5-minute bathroom break.
All right.
Yay.
All right, I
Well
hope
done,
everyone...
you solved the Medusa puzzle.
Yay! And almost died.
The
I
puzzle was
just
not so much
realized-
finding her.
I just realized how amazing something is. It didn't come up during the fight, but it could have if somebody had actually landed their shots, Winthrop. I can bring 2 people up every round.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because
I can twin
yeah.
spell healing word.
Well, here's the thing:
Nice.
if Winthrop had backed off, I think to what 35 feet away from her and attacked,
Oh, yeah.
he could have looked right at her.
Thoop, thoop.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
Yeah,
a
I
range of like
forgot.
30 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was
figured out a way to
if
keep
you
the
see
doors
Medusa,
open.
you
Though.
get turned to stone. Doesn't matter what the range was.
No, it's within 30 feet.
Oh shit!
That's why this is
All
such a small room.
right, we'll be
You
right
have to,
back in about 5 minutes.
You have to see the whites of her eyes, I guess.
Yeah, bear back.
You guys should also be thankful that Winthrop killed that one Ibli that had the hypnotic pattern up, though, because that would have been almost a instantaneous
Oh, God, yeah.
petrification.
Well, yeah.
Petrification.
Oh yeah, because you wouldn't have been able to look away.
Yeah, because she would have just gone person to person and just petrified you. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that
Is
that
it
is
only
such a
that one
brutally
Ibli that
efficient
has
thing.
that spell?
Nope. All Iblis
God.
have that and Blur as cast once a day.
Oh man,
That's
Let's
what's
get
good.
it.
I mean, to be fair, Blur doesn't help them in this scenario.
No, but that's their standard defense. They were pecking away, and I mean, again, if you guys had been incapacitated, 2 attacks every turn plus the petrification would have been pretty brutal. So they were taking turns casting the hypnotic pattern, but they didn't continue to do it every single round.
If Olo hadn't stepped immediately in front of me when he did, I would have cast fear on her.
Oh.
And if the wine hadn't taken immediate effect, well, Patrick could see my character sheet, so he knows the item I was going to try to trick her with. Maybe.
Oh, wine. Wait, was the wine was actually poisoned?
Everything on that tray was poisoned, the wine and the food.
Huh. I've been on the receiving end of it now.
Okay, so she was just able to just... What was it, the snake poison?
It's not snake poison. She has... I mean, the story that happens is she and Theoretea were great lovers, and she was here in the palace, in the garden, and when he was back in Omu, she had thought that he betrayed her, so that's why she destroyed and defaced his statues here. But in fact, he'd been imprisoned, and so he came here just before death, and so she figured out the real story and forgave him. And since he's dead, she has survived here as a Medusa, but she keeps herself in this narcotic haze because that's the only way she can see his spirit. So she has completely built up a tolerance to all of these poisons and things like that in these plants because she's been basically eating, smoking, and drinking them for centuries.
So it's kind of a lesson for those for the younger types, impressionable about drugs.
Yeah, build up a tolerance.
Build up a tolerance, and if you want to see your dead lovers, just ride the opium train, and you will see the most beautiful things.
So why didn't she turn into a Medusa? That's usually like a curse from the gods or something. No? That was the part.
No, that's the Grecian.
The what?
Greek.
That's the Grecian myth.
Right.
Grecian.
But how is it that
Greek.
she turned into a Medusa? So she misunderstood what happened, trashed the palace, but then he came back near death, and so then she just turned into a Medusa?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the context is from the
Sorry,
the
I
notes
stepped away.
Oh.
She was a beautiful woman and was turned into a Medusa because she was trying to, figure out a way to stay young and beautiful forever. So, yeah, she was cursed with being turned into a Medusa.
This was in the Greek myth, or what's your name here?
This is Zalcore.
Okay.
Damn, I was under the impression that Uratia had actually betrayed her at one point, so I was going to cast Suggestion, because that's a thing he would do. But it turns out, no, he would never do that. So, yeah, all right. That wouldn't have worked either.
And the apparition is impervious to damage, and spells can't be turned or controlled, and hits unerringly when Zalcore is damaged.
Huh.
Damn, that is brutal.
That seemed kind of contrived, I have to admit. It just seems like an attempt to make her more dangerous.
Yeah, it's a way of protecting her. I mean, it shows up when she's basically, at half health.
Like, I don't mind that, because There's
And,
lots
you know-
of different things they can do to make boss encounters interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they could have given her a layer action that would have done a similar thing, or give her legendary actions, something like that. But you know, this all ties into a great love story. So
Yes, a touching one.
One that touched several of the people in this party
yes,
rather violently.
Right, so we're gonna toss the room now, right?
So what-
Aggravating
oh,
the
definitely.
streaming.
What time of day is it? Can we take a long rest in here?
no, you guys arrived sort of mid-morning, and you've only been exploring in here for a little over an hour and a half. So
Right,
it
we need
is
some
it is
healing.
mid-afternoon, and you did take a short rest back in the
Earlier,
terraces after you guys fought the shambling mounds. So you can take another short rest.
All right.
That'll at least get you your spell slots back.
So
Well,
two of
some
them.
of
Yeah, and by you mean
The sorcerer,
the warlock.
yes.
the warlock.
warlock.
Sorcerers don't get them back.
Oh, that's right. Warlocks do.
And
well,
after
that'll
an hour, you feel the effects of the poison finally start to wear off.
Yay!
All right. Yeah. So short rest.
Yep. And as you short rest,
Okay.
you all get, if you're using hit die to heal, you all get an extra d6.
It's not a D8 yet.
D8 is at 9th level.
I thought it scaled with your bardic inspiration.
No,
No,
doesn't.
it's
it's its
offset.
own thing.
Well, that only works if you're actually spending hit die.
Yeah, if you're spending hit die, then you get the extra.
No.
D6.
As in you yourself, Hollis, have to spend hit die.
If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points by spending a hit die at the end of the short rest.
Also, why wouldn't Hollis heal himself? He's at like 8 health.
Well, yeah, of course, I'm going to heal myself.
Hollis is just tough and proud of killing somebody with heat metal.
I got to show
Thank
off my
God he
scars,
did.
man.
I had nothing for her. I can't do anything to her.
Oh God,
I have to look at her for all my spells.
I
Now Chris knows what Serena has to go through with the heat metal, waiting for that opportune moment to come up to use that spell. It's like,
Yeah.
why the
I-
fuck is
I was-
everyone?
I was going to use Spirit Guardians, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm concentrating on Bless currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helped
I
a
mean,
lot.
Spirit
could
Guardians
do-
would have done a lot of damage, but the Bless was helping people make their
Hey.
saves.
Nice. Oh.
Steph got so much use out of heat metal during the Spire. That was like the best.
That was broken.
Yeah,
It was
I
not
had that
broken.
as well.
It's 28.
Okay, the fact that both of them had it was kind of broken. But this is the campaign that had Grape on it, let's
Hey.
be honest.
That's true.
Back up to 38. Well,
I have
that's
no hit dice left. Ugh.
one less than
Man,
my
I don't know how you guys
max.
took so much damage. I'm fine. Is anybody particularly
I took
They
5
pummel the
damage.
lance for
Steph is
32
the
damage.
most hurt, I think.
No, Steph's the most hurt because she went down twice.
Twice.
No, I took 5 damage and healed 8, so I'm good.
I didn't.
wait.
I was right next to her, and she never hit me. And only the Spectre thing hit me with the Armor of Agathis, and it was immune to the damage.
Yeah.
When I'll be right back when Steph comes back, and she's obviously going to use her hit dice. Tell her she gets an extra d6.
And if she's not close, if she's still hurt after that, I've got a healing word.
All right, be right back.
How's Ian doing? Ian has no hit points, right? Or hit dice, right?
I'm about a little under half.
I see your health, but what's your hit die? Like, are you?
Oh, none. I have 0.
Okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but you know what I mean.
I have a healing potion. Maybe I should just use that.
No, I got you.
Well,
I got you, fam.
Save your healing potion. I have.
Nice. Thank you.
Nice. No,
I had a couple more
maximum-
first level spell slots still. I wish the ratio for trading your spell slots with spell points was better.
Right.
It's like really unfavorable.
Well, it's pretty powerful too.
It's really not that powerful.
And
every
we're
class
back.
gets a really good. Every like full spellcaster has a way to get their spell slots back, except maybe Bard.
How long are What is new to 5th edition? Is the whole sorcerer spell point stuff and key points for monks and all that, has that been around a long time?
So I think sorcerer points were in other editions. I'm not sure which one.
Anyone?
Anyone who
Key
played
points were always around.
What's that?
Key points were always around. I think sorcerer points were in 3.5 somewhere.
Interesting. Okay. So they've been tweaking this stuff for a while.
Oh yeah.
like I only get like 1 sorcerer point per level, and to make sorcery points.
Yeah.
Back, and we got Kitty Cat Cam. Kitty Cat Cam.
Oh,
Do you have an
black
extra
now?
D6 staff with your
Testing,
Is there, roll?
testing. 1, 2. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you're coming in fine now. It was an echo just a bit in the beginning.
Oh, that was Ian. Okay. Baby cat.
So yeah, we're doing a short rest, so
Yeah, yeah.
the points back.
How Beatrix got her groove back.
You get an extra D6, Steph.
Yay.
Well, with the Medusa dead, no
Ooh, I
one's
have all
going
my
to be...
hit die. Yay.
The Medusa dead, no one's going to be taking care of this
I'm
garden.
back.
It's kind of sad.
All right, is everybody back?
Yep.
All right. In searching her room, you find some very basic supplies. You find some moldering clothes, nothing of intrinsic value. You figure the feathered dress that she's wearing is probably worth 50 gold, or to the museum if you bring it back to them. And as well, you find 4 vials of a tincture, and the Ibli, before they depart, tell you that that's the tincture that Zalcori would drink to put her into, these kind of hypnotic states, so that she can, see the spirit. And you figure each of these doses probably are worth 10 gold. And you would also know they're a really strong poison if you chose to use it that way. If somebody
Oh,
drinks
wow.
The potion of poison?
No, this is a very specific tincture, but it would work similar to a potion of poison. But it doesn't necessarily. As you talk to the Ibli, you get the sense it doesn't cause damage, but instead it would begin to experience illusionary sights, sounds, smells, other sensations. So you'd hallucinate and make it seem very real.
Right.
And the cleric, you would think that something like it would take a lesser restoration spell or something like that to end the effect, and that it would
Right.
probably last up to 8 hours.
So
Very
4,
specific information we're reckoning.
so 4 doses of peyote. Got it.
And of
And that
course, you
does have
find the
to
black
be-
orchid.
And it does have to be consumed, right?
Yes.
We can't just put it on pieces of paper and hand them out.
This
Nope.
isn't blotter acid.
We can't just put on a sword and stab somebody with it.
No, it has to be drunk.
Oh, so we'll put it in like wine and offer them wine. There we go.
Offer who wine? Who are you planning on
You're
poisoning?
roofying.
No,
Jesus
we're not
Christ,
roofing. It's poison.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
murdering. Jeez. Ethics.
And it's a DC 15 poison. No, it doesn't kill. It creates hallucinations.
Oh, never mind then.
And so with that, you guys head out of the garden, back to your boats where your guide is waiting for you. And she tells you that she has seen what appear to be gargoyles in Aarakocra flying and attacking each other as you head back to Kir Sabal. And she is, thrilled and amazed at the Black Orchid itself. And, praises you all and looks at you with newfound respect. And as you guys, traverse the river and make it back up to Kirsabal, you see there are, at this point, some Aarakocra, and they have been, waiting for you. The Daves are there looking very sort of chastised and meek for you, Winthrop, and they tell you how pleased they are to see that you made it back, and they never really doubted that you guys could not acquire anything you set your mind to, sir. And you guys are spirited up to the top of Kirsabal. You guys are able to spend the rest of the afternoon doing light chores because you have done such a great deed. Ashara takes the Black Orchid and says she is going to meditate, and she will be performing the Dance of the Seven Winds for all of you in the morning.
Wait, are we going to find that snail shell?
Much
I
easier.
need
we
a
can
long
fly.
rest in order to change my spell over.
Yeah, and as you do that, the Aarakocra say that they did some scouting for you while you were doing this, and they said they've seen a small goblin village that is just a little bit further south of Nangalore, where you guys were, and so they assume that possibly that's the most likely site for where the shell would be, but they ran into some gargoyles flying up from Omu, so they, had to beat a hasty retreat.
All right.
Nobody was injured when they were doing that, right?
They said there were some mild injuries in the fight, but nothing that Ashara wasn't able to take care of.
Okay.
They're used to fighting with the gargoyles from Omu. It's a fairly regular occurrence, and occasionally they even attack the monastery itself.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So we have a safe resting place before we get the ritual, right?
Yes, you guys have all been brought up to the top of Kirsabal. You have, a fairly plain meal.
Well, yeah. Very fulfilling, plain meal. I have one last spell slot for it.
No.
Oh, all right. So you create food and water again. Yeah. So, once again, Baka is sort of, roundly hailed and praised for his generosity. And so, yeah, you have a very nice, nourishing meal. And is there anything else you guys wanted to do while you're here?
Well, I mean, there's two things. One, I'm going to take the Daves aside when Winthrop's out of their hair, and I'm going to share with them, a couple of additional handfuls of the special herbs the special herbs and spices we found in the gardens.
Hey, they don't deserve that.
Oh, the Daves heard that. They're laughing behind your back now.
No, I said they don't deserve that.
They don't deserve that? Oh, I think they do.
I thought you were going to give them one of the tinctures to spike Winthrop's drink with at some point.
No. If
We were
anyone's-
warning them for losing the shell probably isn't the best message to send.
It is so tempting. Boy, would that be fun. But no, I actually have a very sort of sorry, it's a race specific thing. I ask Ashara if in the Aarakocra's sort of explorations of the jungle, they happen to find any sort of ancient Shultran or Amuran mechanical devices or some old gears or anything like that. Because I'm a rock gnome. And I like to tinker.
Nothing comes to mind, but we haven't been to Omu in quite a while, and I know there they certainly have, different schools and, buildings and things like that may serve your purposes, and you would probably find something there. It was a very technologically advanced area.
Good.
I would say that you would be able to find what you seek there.
Excellent. I might be able to make one of those mechanical walking devices. Excellent. No, that's great. I love it. So yes, as I in a repeat of the night before, I think Hollis will play a song, not
Aww.
the infinite dancing song.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Something a little bit cheerier.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
All right, give me a
There they are, all
performance check.
standing in a row. Performance is you. Oh no!
Oh,
And
with your-
you play, but one of your strings breaks, and you found that your instrument got some water in the canoe. So everybody claps politely, but you can really sense it is just
that's
show.
nice.
Damn it!
The poison didn't really wear off, did it, Hollis?
I was starting to feel a little bit of the edge of it. Still, yeah.
I heard someone say behind me, I hope he hasn't quit his day job.
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
I think we're at the top right now. It's a long way to the bottom.
Hollis,
Everybody's
everything
a
from
fucking critic.
Your point of view is the top.
And during the evening meal, Princess Moixonere, once again asks you to work in Chult's best interest and please bring her the skull chalice when you're traveling through Omu. And you also notice that she is sort of making eyes and looking very sort of sneakily at Winthrop for most of the evening.
Ho ho ho!
Hollis is kind of sulking and fixing his guitar.
Thorn will say, we promise to work in the best interests of Chult.
And bring you back to the throne, of course.
Of
I wouldn't
course.
say that.
She brightens considerably and just says, well, I mean, especially since you just killed one of my last living relatives who still believed she was a queen, I
That wasn't
humbly
our fault.
thank you again. Oh, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think she was more than ready to die.
Translation:
She
we
had-
opened up the lineage so that she's the next in line.
I believe they
Pretty
called
much.
it the Klingon promotion.
I doubt the people of Chult would have accepted that as a ruler.
They had the opportunity. They knew she was probably there if anybody cared to find her, and nobody's cared to find her. When they get a load of me, I think it'll be far more beneficial to the country.
Oh, banners will be brought out for sure.
Hollis has his sunglasses on so she can't see him roll his eyes.
For even now, I'm sure the peasants are sewing banners in secret.
I don't need you to make fun of me, Winthrop. I know that being stuck here means nobody's knowingly doing anything for me, and it will be quite a surprise when I come back and make my claim to the throne.
He'll sputter.
And telepathically in your mind, you hear her say, I thought better of you.
Oh,
I meant it in sincerity, I think.
looks like you're just gonna have to stick with your wife.
Yeah, your hot ass-kicking wife. That's all.
How young is this person? Because I initially got the idea that she was very young.
About 17.
Okay, that's still creepy.
It's her younger brother that's
Oh,
much younger,
horribly
the young
creepy.
boy in a bird suit that you guys have seen running around every once in a while.
What's
Yeah.
my impression of that young boy? Does he seem all there, or is he just enjoying being amongst the birds and he's just playing?
Well, you have a simple conversation with him, and when you actually, sit down with him, he seems fairly quiet spoken, and he speaks softly and give me an insight check.
And insight check.
Yeah, you actually think that he speaks with a wisdom beyond his very young years, and he talks to you about his interests. Where inside the garden, he says he sort of studies plants and insects, and as you get to know him, he actually shows you that the other thing he does is he creates these little complex flying toys made out of wood and folded paper that he tosses off the edge of the plateau, and he sort of watches them as they glide and sort of float lazily across into the jungle.
Oh.
And this is the kid brother.
That's the kid brother, yes. And Hollis, being a rock gnome, says, "Hey, that's very good. Here, let me give you a couple of tips on how you can improve those and have them do loops in the air."
Give me a tinkering check.
That is a good question. I have no idea what a tinkering check would look like.
Probably straight
Use
in.
your tool with your proficiency.
Well, you're proficient in Tinkerer's tools as a gnome, aren't you?
I am proficient in Tinkerer's tools,
Yeah,
yes.
so it'd be int plus proficiency.
Yep.
Tool. I do have a tool here. So int is so this is just a +3. Oh,
yeah,
I'll take
you are able to work, sort of carefully beside him, and using your tinker's tools, you're able to create, a nice sort of what looks to be a plane with a small flying device that has a couple of sets of wings. And when you fly it, it clearly does loop-de-loops. And his eyes grow incredibly wide, and he just sort of claps happily. And, you see that, inside he is still, a very young boy, even though he clearly has, a much more serious mind to him than perhaps his sister does.
He reminds me of when I was a mere young lad, 20 to 25. Hey, that's the equivalent of 10 years old in
You cut out there a little bit.
Oh. I said that he reminds me of when I was a young lad of 20 to 25, which is 10 in gnome years.
Gnomes mature at the same rate humans do.
Do they?
Technically,
Yeah, they just live
that's how they get around it.
The
In this world.
Looks like Hollis was a slow child.
Oh.
the only race I think that doesn't mature at the same rate as humans is Aarakocra, because they only live 30 years.
I am not feeling the love today.
You're a tall Morty.
No, it's not a good day.
Not even
today.
tall.
Sorry,
No.
Hollis, we didn't mean to belittle you.
Oh my god. It's just
That's not even worth the groan.
But that's okay, because the young prince has taken a great shine to you, and he is absolutely impressed, and has he is happy to he says hopefully see you again, and maybe we can build some more machines.
absolutely. I would love that.
And with that, you guys take a good long rest overnight. You wake up in the morning, and
That's good.
Ashara brings you into the center of the temple and looks at each of you and just says, "Now, with the dance of the seven winds, I will be able to allow quite a few of you to fly. Now, there was talk of your dinosaur flying with you. Do you really wish this to be?"
You know what? I think I want to say that if we're going to be flying to Omu, we can make it back here without the dinosaur.
But wait a minute, who's going to carry all our shit?
Yeah, don't we need water to travel through the jungle?
Yeah, no, we still do.
And the Daves.
You would have you'd be able to carry your water collectors with you, and you still have,
Andy.
create water, but it would definitely mean you guys would be doing a lot more foraging, which you have people who can do that, but it would start to be something you'd really have to worry about.
Yeah. So
How
what?
stressful is it to get the dinosaur to come with us?
Yeah, how horrible is it?
I haven't done it, but I believe my spell will affect any creature that I choose, so it's certainly a possibility.
And Hollis says, "Don't worry, I believe in you." And I give Ashara a D8 of Bardic Inspiration.
Yay!
All right, because yeah, it can be up to 10 creatures, so you probably wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to take the Daves,
All right, we
Here's
can
a
leave the
question.
Daves here.
Here's a
or you
question.
can, or I mean, is Eku coming with you?
I presume
Yes.
she is. Yes.
Okay, so that leaves you space for 2.
Well, here's a
So
question.
one would.
Presumably, Tara would
Cannot
take
they
my spot.
ride the dinosaur?
Well, it's still if it's the weight, then
Yeah. Do any of us have the fly spell? No, we don't.
No, I'm the only proper spellcaster
Hey,
that would get it.
Proper.
That would get it. Well, I don't think warlocks get it.
right. I don't. That doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound familiar.
And I'm
So
not
why don't
fifth
we
level.
leave? Why don't we leave the dinosaur behind? Someone can create water. We can forage.
No, take dinosaur, leave the Daves.
Can't the Daves ride the dinosaur?
Yeah, why can't the Daves ride the dinosaur?
Well, why can't I just ride on top of Olo, and then that won't count as one?
Okay.
turn?
Whoa.
Because if Olo drops you, you die.
Let's look at this,
Well, I'm-
mechanically. So,
Right.
okay.
Is this a weight thing?
Well, no. Okay, let's look at this mechanically. How many people are in the party that need to get it?
That would be 7. Then
Presumably-
Eku would be 8.
Or okay, Echo would be 8. So I'm assuming Walker Bow is just going to magically appear out of the ether if she ever comes back.
Yes.
she's going to congeal out of the jungle. Yes.
She's gonna take my
Okay.
spot.
All
She will
right.
take my wings.
Yeah. Okay. So we have 8 of 10. We have 2 more that we can cast it on.
So you could cast one of the Daves. The dinosaur carries the other 2. If you'd have to strap the Daves to it.
Well, could we not strap the canoes to it?
Jesus
And
Christ.
Well,
use
when you-
that as a stabling point for the Daves to.
Well, if that's the case, why don't we all
Yeah.
just ride in the canoes, and they can fly the canoes?
I'm just trying to figure
Is
out
this
how
the
this.
fly spell, or is this proper wings?
Right. Depends on what this actually is. I suspect that all
It just
that
says you gain a
specifies-
magical flying speed. It doesn't say you get wings yourself.
Well, what's strength and size on the Triceratops?
That's what I'm just looking up.
Well,
Look at
I'm
the-
assuming it's about at least 3 cows worth of weight, right?
And
Wait,
it'd be
no.
15. It'd be 30 times its size if it's a large creature. It'd be 45 times its size.
It might not be a weight thing. It might just be
Yeah, no, it's not. It's
Strike
not a
that.
weight thing. It's just. I mean, it
a
would.
spiky.
It would.
But we
not
still
necessarily
need
be-
to be underneath its carrying weight.
Do we need the Daves?
Let's take one of the Daves with us and leave the other 2 here.
Wait, are there 3 Daves or 2 Daves?
There's 3 Daves.
There's 3.
The Noble Knight gives you 3 followers.
Yeah. So take the dinosaur then and a Dave.
Just check a Dave out and
I'm
we'll
sure.
be back
I'm sure
here.
the Daves would be happy to get away from Winthrop. Anyway.
Roll
Well, here's-
roll
here's the
1d
thing.
Dave. And decide which one you take.
No. Here's the thing: we could leave one Dave with the Aarakocra because I'm pretty sure they would not be terribly offended if we asked if one could stay with them.
Why don't we leave 2 Daves with them?
Especially
Well, no, because
if-
one can ride the dinosaur, one can fly along with us, and that would give us our 10.
We
Well,
could
all
leave
3
the
Daves would be under a Triceratops' carrying weight.
Triceratops is also carrying all of our stuff.
I
let's-
liked how Daves have become a unit of measurement.
Can we drop the Daves down onto the goblin encampment and have them retrieve them?
No, they're not in combat.
Now, are we talking about metric Daves or imperial Daves?
Winthrop
And
Daves.
looking at your map, you also realize that you probably won't need the boats for that much longer. And if you're going after the shell, you've got to think about that carrying weight on
Right.
the dinosaur as well.
Leave the,
I'm
leave the
inclined to go
Daves.
light at this point.
You just leave the Daves. If we can fly, we don't need boats. We can come back
Yeah.
to the Daves later.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the days. Bring the beast.
Bring the beast and bring Iku. They're the ones who really matter.
The Daves just have to earn their keep.
And
Daves.
And I
Hol-
tell them to make sure the Daves work hard.
and
It's
Hollis,
almost like, it's almost like leave the gun, take the cannoli. Leave the Daves, take the.
Right.
Hollis
Yeah,
will,
and-
of course,
and
leave
Ashara-
the Daves with some leaves.
And Ashara says, well, they will earn their keep if they stay here. Nobody, stays without putting in a day's work and helping out around here, as all of you have shown you are more than willing to.
Putting in
I
a
will-
Dave's work?
I will elbow Winthrop.
You get a side eye with that. And she just says, no.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Probably a good idea to pay for them as well, Winthrop.
Yes, here we go. Yes, let's give them some money, dear.
Oh, well, yeah, so what is that's a proper donation?
Does Winthrop not know the value of a gold?
He's so well off, he doesn't.
Well, it seems like I have a lot right now.
Oh, who was
Jesus,
it? Was
I have
it
a lot too? Wow, we have a lot of gold.
Yeah,
the
we'll
party
leave
loot?
like 50 gold from the party loot.
I'd be willing to do that.
We don't have a party loot.
Yeah, we do. We have a treasure listing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Really? Because I have listed 668 gold pieces.
Yeah, our treasure listing.
It's
I
all
think
individual
is-
because it's Adventurers League.
Yeah, that is completely out of date too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's pretty out of date. I have like a partial list, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't count everything.
I'll drop 50 gold on the 3 Daves for their food.
50 or 150?
50. Doesn't 50 seem like a lot?
Seems like a lot.
I feel like that's not enough.
Well,
Hey,
let's
man,
put
where's the
50
gold?
down and see the look on her face. Is it positive, negative?
She looks very pleased. She said, "That is very generous. Thank you. We will absolutely look after them."
Oh god, I just saw
Lots
the
of dishes.
Imperial Dave, Metric Dave.
And as the
Alright.
days pack up to basically go down to their quarters, I slip them another little package of leaves, and I say, "Don't use it all at once."
You're not helping with discipline.
Discipline?
I can't see any of this, but you're not helping with it.
All right. So with that, Ashara has some of the Aarakocra fly you down to the landing area where Wanderlust is waiting, as she says, I need you all here together, and I really don't want to hurt any of my beloved people here trying to lift that behemoth up to the top of the monastery.
Oh no, that's
Oh.
very fair.
You're just big boned, aren't you, girl?
Aww.
And she has you surround her in a circle, and the rest of the Aarakocra, are along the outside of you. And she sits down in front of the plant, and you can see her start to grind it up. And she does this with very broad and very measured strokes, using very specific instruments, and you can tell this is very clearly a very special set ritual that she is following. And once it is ground to a very fine powder, and she has used this sort of wooden whisk and very simple turns of the wrist, she reaches her beak into it and inhales it. And as she does so, she rises to the ground, and where you have seen this, very elderly sort of Aarakocra bee who moves a little stiffly and a little slowly, you can see in just a very specific sort of soft wave of her wings and the movement in her face, you actually can see exactly what she must have looked like as a young Aarakocra in her prime. And she starts to spin and twirl and dance. And as she is doing so, you see this mystical sort of energy surround her and fly. And you see little bits of, sort of this black powder from the orchids surround her. And she dances for about 10 minutes. And while she's doing so, 7 of the Aarakocra monks who are behind you have started this chant. And, you can see that, this sort of spurs her on to move more quickly and faster until at one point she sort of stops and collapses to the ground, and you can see her wings have vanished. And as this happens, a couple of Aarakocra sort of run out and lay a cape over her and sort of help her back to her feet. And all of you feel this wave slowly, coming from the tips of your toes all the way through your head to your fingertips, and you just feel energized in a new way. And as you're slowly sort of starting getting used to this, you hear sort of a surprised and as you can see that Wanderlust has started to float a few feet off the ground and is a little bit scared and panicked.
And he's already dropping bombs.
I'm gonna grab on.
Oh God, no!
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, no, I'm gonna try and calm her down.
Yeah, same. Animal handling.
I've got animal handling. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Valanth and Winthrop, you reach up and you manage to get hold of her. And as you are doing so without even realize, you look down and you notice that all of you are about 10 feet off the ground at this point, and you are flying, and you're a little unstable, but you are doing so. And
Yay.
that is where we will leave it for the night.
All right.
It was a great session.
Yeah.
That was.
It was.
It's
Go
amazing.
Medusa.
Eric.
All right, so for experience, you guys each earned 500 experience.
Oh,
Okay.
that's easy.
What for?
550.
Yep.
Yeah, 550 for Meat Grinder.
Oops.
Very easy numbers for that. And you each earn 15 gold. Well, 13 gold, sorry. 13.
Oops,
Except for me, I'm minus 50.
Yes, you're minus 50.
Okay. So I think I had 9,600 experience last time, or is that wrong?
It sounds a little low, but I'm on Meat Grinder the whole way, so that could be right.
I had 9,610 experience.
You are not even close to level 6.
No. So I actually have 10,000.
What is the level 6 experience?
14,000.
14,000.
Oh, I'm so close.
So
I'm so
close.
far.
I'm
All right,
3,000
and with
points
that,
away.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay, I will shut off the stream. I want to thank our viewers for tonight: Electrical Skateboard, War Fever, Ice Kitsune, and Mr. Fuzzy Paws for joining us this evening. You can catch us next Tuesday. We'll be debuting the Storm King's Thunder on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Same bat time, same bat channel. So ta-ta for now.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
You didn't thank me for